అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. సర్వేభ్యో నమో నమః. నమస్కారః. గురుభ్యో నమః. Today is another milestone in our course on Sanatana Dharma. We are going to learn about the most important topic, that is Shodasa Samskaramuలు, which we conduct throughout our life, right from birth, even before birth, to the end. So today's topic is Shodasa Samskaramulu by none other than our Vice President, Sanatana Dharma, Dr. Somanchi Sangirala Visalakshi garu. So she doesn't need any introduction to you because she has taken so many classes so far on Sanatana Dharma, and also before that, importance of Sanskritam, and also introduction to Vyakarana, Samskriti Vyakarana. So therefore, we will straight away start by paying respects to our country by reciting Vande Mataram and then chanting Prarthana. Let us request Challa Chittibabu garu to recite Vande Mataram, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malaya Jasitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajosna pulakitayamini pullakusumita drumadala sobhini suhasini sumadhura bhashini sukhadam varadam mataram Vande Mataram Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. Thank you so much, Challa Chittibabu garu. Now let us request Usha Rani garu to chant Prarthana, please. Please unmute yourself, Mahoday.
1 minute meditation. Oh. 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 Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anah Shrunvannutibhis Sida Sadanam Om Mahaganadhipataye Namaha. Om सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतो ॐ महासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गति के गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावतीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ
హరి ఓం గురుభ్యో నమః. ధన్యవాదములండి.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
ఎక్సలెంట్ చాంటింగ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. Now let us request our Guruji, Somanchi Tangirala Visalakshi garu, to start the webinar, please.
Om Shri Mahaganadhipataye Namaha. Om Shri Parvati Rajarajeshwarabhyam Namaha. Om Shri Metha Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Om Shivaya Gurave Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya cha Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Yontah pravishya mama vachamimam presuptam sanjeevayachakti
sarasvatam nam
अन्याश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं सर्वेभ्यो नमो नमः. सर्वेभ्यो शुभोदयम्. Good morning to everybody. Today onwards we are trying to know a little about Shodasa Samskaras, which is very important in our lives and we are following all this. So for 6 days, we will know all this in a little detailed way because this topic is very important one. In fact, all topics are very important among Sanatana Dharma. But because these Shodasa Samskaras, they are applicable to our day-to-day life to each and every human being, everyone. It is only for human beings that these samskaras are being done and not to any other living beings among 84 lakhs of living creatures. So, after listening to the class, if any of you got any doubts, you can ask me. But after completing a few topics, I will ask you certain questions that is concerning to all these topics which we have covered. And all of you must be prepared to answer them. If you are able to answer properly these questions, you can write in the exam perfectly. So, there are 48 samskaras or 40 samskaras according to different sages. Out of them, we are following 16 samskaras. Shodasa means 16. 16 samskaras, and even among them, there are differences. Slight differences are there. Some Maharshis say that these are the 16 samskaras. All of them they gave in sutra forms or in sloka forms. Garbhadhanam, Pumsavanam, Simantonayanam Tatha, Jata Namna, Annam Chaulani, Maunji Vrata Chetustayam, Godanakyam Snatakamcha, Vivaham Paitrumethikam, Shodasaitani Karmani, Samantram Karayet Tataha, Tata. Then onwards it is still the slokas continued. So according to these Maharshis, Garbhadhana, Pumsavana, Simantonayana, Jatakarma, Namakarana, Annaprasana, Chaulakarma, Upanayanam. Till these are common to all Maharshis. Then ninth one is Prajapatya Vrata. Then Saumya Vrata, Agneya Vrata, Vaishwadeva Vrata. They considered them as separate samskaras. Then Godana Vrata, here again these are common. Godana Vrata, that is after completing Veda Chaina. Then Snataka Vrata, Pani Grahanam, and Chesti. So mostly all of us, we follow Apastamba Gruhya Sutras. Apastamba Maharshi wrote Gruhya Sutras and Dharma Sutras also. So we follow that, and according to them, a slight difference is there among these 16 samskaras. They clubbed all these 4 Veda Samskaras, they clubbed and said as Veda Samskara, and then they gave some other in that place. So we will know about them a little shortly, very shortly, in 1 or 2 lines. I will just explain all these 16 samskaras, which we are going to learn in a little detailed manner. So actually these 16 samskaras we are following as per Apastamba Gruhya Sutras are Garbhadhana, Pumsavana, Simanta or Srimanta, Simantonnayana, Jatakarma, Namakarana, Nishkramana, Annaprasana, Chuda Karma, Karnaveda, Aksharabhyasa, Upanayana, Samavartana, Kesyanta Samskara or Godana Samskara. Then Veda Vratas. After that, Vivaha and then Anchesti. In Veda Vratas, what all 4 are mentioned there, they clubbed it as one samskara. So now actually what is samskara? Samskara? Samskara means purification, purification of our body, mind and jiva. The jiva which exists in us, that jivatma should be purified. So purifying from one's past deeds to this present deeds, and for future deeds which are, that is the future fruits of the deeds which we are going to do. So these Gruhya Sutras speak of these 16 samskaras. Garbhadhana is the first samskara. It is performed just after the marriage to purify the womb of that bride, to become worthy of getting a good progeny, to make the womb ready to conceive with Veda mantras, Vedic mantras, they purify that. Then Pumsavanam is a ritual conducted at the 3rd month of pregnancy with the wish of making that embryo a male child. So when this Pumsavana Samskara is done, certainly boy child would be born to that parents, that is to that girl. Then Simantonnayana, most important ritual celebrated before the birth of the child to protect the mother and the baby. Would be born a child, we can say, wishing normal delivery. So this Simantam would be celebrated as a festival and gives happiness to the pregnant girl. These 3 are called as prenatal samskaras. Now start the childhood samskaras. 4th samskara is Jata Karma. Jata, karma, two words are here together made as one word. So this Jata karma starts just before the birth of the child and just after the birth of the baby. So the father gives several danas, charities. Dana is very important in our Sanatana Dharma. So for any celebration, we give either Dasadanas, Shodasadanas, Dwadasadanas, like that, or simple dana also. So before Jata Ashaucha, the father gives danas. Then when the baby is born, automatically Jata Ashaucha comes. Then on the 11th day, after that Puriti Snana, as we say, purification, again this Jata Karma is done in a very systematic manner as per Shastra. Fifth samskara is Namakarana, naming the child. This is very important, and this is performed mostly on the 11th day of the or 21st day of the birth of the baby. Along with this, the parents also celebrate a certain cradle ceremony by keeping the child in the cradle. Then sixth one is Nishkramana. It is taking the child to Yagashala, bringing the child out of the house to get the baby accustomed slowly to the nature. For the first time, they bring this baby out of the house. So that is Nihi Kramana, Nishkramana. Anna Prashana. Anna means food. Pra Asana. Asana means eating. Prasana means Prikrishnam Asanam. To make the child swallow something other than mother's milk, and keeping the Paramanam on the tongue of the child. It is called as Annaprasana. Along with this, parents celebrate an entertainment, a sort of festival-like thing that is called as Vastu Pradarshana. And they keep the baby and allow the baby to crawl and catch any one of the items which they keep there, by which they decide as if the future of the baby, in which line he or she should be studied and all. So Chuda Karma or Chaula Samskara is the 8th one. This is removing the hair of the baby that came to the baby by birth. So that is Chaula Samskara, Chuda Karma. Then Karnavetha. Karnavetha is ear piercing Samskara, and along with it, to the girl babies, they also pierce the nose. Then Akshara Pyasa is the 10th samskara, making the child read and write the letters for the first time. Till that time, the baby would be learning by Sravana, listening. Now the baby starts writing. The father makes the parents, the father mainly keeping the child on his lap, makes the baby write and utter. So it is most sublime samskara, which is very much needed to all human beings. Then Upanayana samskara, the most sacred samskara, where Brahmopadesha would be given to the boy, Vatu, by his father, who makes him wear Yajnopavita. Then this samskara brings the Vatu near to Guru, who makes him get the real knowledge, Veda Vijnana, Brahma Jnana. So by this, the child becomes the Brahmachari. After this, Upanayana samskara is done. Then Samavartana samskara or Snataka samskara. There are 3 varieties of these Snataka samskaras. We will know later in detail. This is that samskara or the function conducted after the student completes the study, his education. This would be conducted by the Acharya, Guru, who permits this Brahmachari to stop Brahmacharya Vrata and permits him to enter into Grihasthasrama, going to his house by his parents, that entering the Grihasthasrama would be done. Now 13th is Keshanta Samskara or Godana Samskara. This is the samskara of removing the hair that grows on the cheeks and the chin of the boy So at that time, he has to donate a milky cow with the calf to his Guru Acharya. So it is called as Godana Vrata. Then similarly, a sort of samskara is performed, that is celebrated when a girl becomes mature. Now 14th samskara is Veda Vratas or Brahma Vratas. This is the samskara performed before the marriage of Brahmachari when he is still in Gurukula, under the care of Guru Acharya. So while in Brahmacharya Vrata only at Gurukula. This is called as observing the Veda Vrata, certain yajnas, 4 types of yajnas he has to study, understand. First he would be advised, Upadesha would be given by the Guru, then the procedure is there. Then he has to study it for 1 year. Then he becomes master of that Vrata. So thus 4 years he has to spend, and later only that Guru permits him to go home. Then 15th is Vivaha Samskara. Very happy moment in the life of each and every individual, celebrating marriage to Vara and Vathu and bringing them into Grihasthasrama, the best out of 4 ashramas: Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasa. This is the most important samskara celebrated for keeping the progeny, by getting progeny, keeping that dynasty alive, continue lineage. Now last one is Antyeshti samskara. This is the last rites done to a person by his son when he or she leaves the body and goes away. So thus these samskaras would be performed by grandmothers and grandparents. They celebrate the first 3 samskaras, prenatal samskaras. Later the mother and father of the child, they celebrate many samskaras to their babies, their children, when they are at the baby stage, and also when they grow. Time to time they do all these samskaras when they are growing and becoming youth. Then the teacher, the Guru Acharya, celebrates. Lastly, the last samskara would be performed by the son, elder son, followed by his brothers. So these are the 16 samskaras you are going to learn now. Now let us know what is meant by samskara, and then one by one after another we will continue. So actually what is samskara? The word samskaram or samskaraha is formed from the root kru, to do, with the upasarga sam. In Sanskritam, each and every one, any word got its root, a mula pratipadika we say. So from a root the word comes out. So sam plus kru, together it becomes samskaram. Samyak karanameva samskaram. To do the good is samskaram, samskaranam. So samskaranam means purifying. It is removing the sins and defects that exist in the chitta, in our mano, buddhi, ahankara, chitta. These 4 together is called as antahkarana. Antahkarana chatushtaya. Mostly we call manaha, manas. Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayo, we say. So that mind dominates, but chitta is very important, and all these 4 got their own roles to play in our lives. So in the chitta, the effect of the works done by us in the previous births also would be stored as vasana, we say. So because since several births, they will be clinging, and we got certain effect of the works which we did in the previous births. So all that would be carried on and kept stored in the chitta, and whenever we see that object or something incident, it rises. So it is called, this is called as the samskara of purifying the body, physical body. Then the mind automatically gets purified, and chitta, the jivas chitta would be purified. So the word samskara appears in Rigveda for the first time, actually in Rigveda mantras, and then later in Jaimini Mimamsa Sutras, he speaks about many sutra, that is the samskaras. There this word samskara is seen in Laukika Sahitya. Then in many Gruhya Sutras, Apastamba, Gruhya Sutras, etc., all of them, all the Maharshis, they spoke about Shodasa Samskaras, and there they explained and defined what is samskara. So these Shodas samskaras are done to the jiva starting from before the birth of the jiva, continuing at several stages throughout his life after birth, and also at the end when jiva leaves and goes away, then also samskara is done. That is the greatness of our Sanatana Dharma, which for each and at each and every step they purify us, our thoughts, our behavior, everything. In this world, these samskaras are performed only to human beings, I said, and not to any other. So, human, because Manava Upadhi is very pious and great and sacred. Koti Janmarjite Punya, we say, only Jantunam Narajanma Durlapam, they say, because it's very difficult to get this Manava Upadhi, human body. So when this such a rare Upadhi is given to us, we must utilize this for getting liberated, for getting the real higher knowledge by which we can get moksha, jnana devatu kaivalyam. So it's very difficult to gain the correct knowledge, yadartha jnana, and get liberated. So at each and every step, our sages try to purify us by mantras. Mantra Shakti is very powerful power. So listening to the pravachanas also we can develop, and doing meditation and worship also we can elevate our soul, and thus we can get liberated. So though there may be a few exceptional cases are there, because even normally for any animals, birds and beasts, these samskaras are not there and they cannot get liberated normally directly from that upadhi. But there are exceptional cases in our Sanatana Dharma. Gajendra, an elephant, king elephant, he got liberated. Gajendra Moksha, Gajendra Mokshana. Then Sri Kala Hastiswara, Sri Kala and Hasti, a spider, snake and elephant. Three of them got liberated with their own upadhis. So thus our Sanatana Dharma gives way to each and every living creature to get liberated if the actions performed are sacred. Then because this human body is very difficult to gain, we must know about these samskaras to make our latter generations follow these samskaras and become very purified, dignified, and then spiritually elevated. So when such normally after several births, the jiva gets human body, which got the capacity to get liberated from the chains of birth and death. So when such a rare body is given, then automatically these samskaras should be provided. That is what the idea of the Maharshis. So even before the jiva enters the mother's womb, these samskaras start and continue after taking birth. Then parents perform samskaras. Then after the jiva has to lead the spiritual life even after 100 years or 120 years or whatever may be. Then also again the last samskara would be done to make the jiva go directly to the higher regimes through proper path. So without any suffering to the jiva, to that yatana deha would be given. So the yatana should not occur to the parents. So the children with utmost devotion must celebrate these antyeshti samskaras by which the jiva happily enters to heaven or somewhere. So that is called as unchaste samskara. While the jiva is in the womb of its mother, then he experiences the consequences of its misdeeds done in the previous births. So that is called as garbhavasa naraka. So it is very difficult to stay in the womb of the mother also. So one should try to avoid this by getting liberation. So when a living creature dies or leaves the body, in order to get human body and again to be born as a human being, that jiva has to wait for a very long time. Then that jiva has to take the form of raindrops. Then the rain should fall on the crops. Then the crops, it should sprout as a plant and then turn into grains, dhanyas or something, eatables. Then it must reach the stomach of a male person when he eats it, and that should turn into the power, virya, and then it must enter into the womb of the mother, suffering a lot in that dark, congested place, floating in the waters. Then the jiva laments there a lot, it seems, and praise God that when you permit me and make me come to earth safely without any troubles, then I will not do any bad deeds. I will do all meritorious deeds. I will try to get liberation, and I should not get this sort of suffering once again. Thus he laments a lot. So slowly this through the food the mother eats, automatically the baby gets all the limbs grow and grows a little. Then when all body parts, sense organs, brain, life, etc. They are fully matured and empowered to live on the earth. And then the baby comes out of the womb of the mother safely. So our Shastras and Puranas say that the jiva, while staying there in the mother's womb, praise God. So then, but after the moment the baby is born, automatically the baby forgets everything because of the Maya, we say. So that Maya automatically covers the intellect of the baby born. So the jiva remembers his past lives while in the womb of the mother. And Garbhopanishad and Garuda Mahapurana, they speak about the different stages of Garbhastha Pinda, the gatis of the jivas and the results of good and bad works that are done by the jivas from time to time. So the offspring born may be a Methavi, may be a very great soul, a talented person, or he might be just an ordinary person leading the life, because crores of people are being born and everyone cannot be a very great and Methavi or noble people. Ordinary people also may be born. Even then, whoever may be born before that, that jiva enters into mother's womb, the mother's womb should be purified and cleaned with certain Vedic mantras. Then, if we have to enter into a new house, automatically what we do, we purify, we clean the house first and we wash it cleanly. And then when we feel that that house is very neat, clean, and we can reside it happily without any sort of problems anywhere, even the surroundings of the house, everything, then only we enter into the house and do puja, starting to live in that house. Similarly, the mother's womb elders make that womb of the mother pure and clean, so that a good jiva, a very good atma, can enter into it, because the jivas would be, atmas would be searching for the suitable womb, suitable mother and father to fulfill their wishes. As per their desires, they want to select the womb. Thus, when very highly purified great soul is there, it automatically takes the place into a very virtuous, noble mother and father only. So after leading full life also, of course, that is, all these samskaras are done to the mother before the birth of child, 3, and then after the birth, 12 samskaras, and then the last one, 12, and Guru, master, Acharya performs, and then last samskara by the son. So 4 of them. Many people are involved in doing all these samskaras. This process of purification is called as the sacrament. It is called as samskara. So Shodasa samskaras. The parents of Vathu and Vara, the couple who become mother and father, their son, 3 of them, 3 generations, persons are involved in this samskara. So Gautama Maharshi said in Dharmasastra Granthas that there are 40 samskaras, Chatvarimshit samskara. Then some others said that there are 48. Then, but out of them we are performing only 16 samskaras given in Apastamba Gruhya Sutras. Then all these are very compulsory for all of us, all Hindus, all the Sanatana Dharmanuyais. It is very much needed and compulsory to observe all of them. And in a very scientific manner, our Maharshis asked us to do, because whatever lifestyle is given by the Maharshis, it is definitely in a very most scientific manner, and it gives physical health and purifies the heart and soul, everything, even the samskaras. So whatever methods are observed by our ancestors in the olden days, paramparagata we say, so we should follow them. So from place to place, person to person, a little differences may be there. But all these samskaras, they give us perfect health, and Shastriyata and Vaijnanikata are mixed with spiritual well-being of the Jiva. So now in this modern age, people developed a sort of scientifically, we are very much industrially, scientifically, we are progressed. So many medical services are also nowadays, they are available. But in the olden days, only the mantrasanis, they used to do the deliveries. And so certain changes, from time to time, the changes automatically come into our lives. Yet most of us are following all these Shodas Samskaras in our lives through, that is, all human beings of our motherland, Bharatadesha. Though little differences are there, we are all following them. Just as the moon, when shines with 16 colors, 16 digits, and considered as full moon on Paurnami day, similarly, the man becomes perfect with these Shodasa samskaras. The one who undergoes all these samskaras leads a very cultured and dignified life and gets the possibility of getting liberated. So what is meant by doing these samskaras can be understood like this. Suppose a dirty copper bowl or any brass plate or bowl is there. To remove its dirt, what we do, we apply turmeric, tamarind. We apply tamarind with salt and tamarind, or even lime we can apply. And then we must rub it. In the olden days, we used to rub with the brick powder. Kachika also we used to say. Then rinse that with water and clean it, clean all the dirt. Then they glow and shine with luster as if they are new ones, newly purchased and brought. Nowadays, we are using pitambari or some other powders, Sabina, etc. powders to purify these vessels. Mostly pitambara, and with scrubbers we are doing nowadays. Similarly, to remove the dirt and impurities of the previous births of the jivas, the upadhis, this manavadeha, should be purified with certain mantras and rituals. Then the jiva, which is in the upadhi, this human body, gets purified, and the jiva gets physical, mental purification and spiritual elevation also. So these Shodasa Samskaras have to be performed by all of us. For all human beings, these rituals are as important as that of Varna Asrama Dharmas. Nowadays, we are not following them strictly, but we must follow. These are the basis of Vedic way of life. If we follow these Varna and Asrama Dharmas sincerely, as per the words of our Maharshis, there will not be any conflict at all in the society, and all of us can live very happily with mutual saumanasya, understanding. So our social life depends on all these samskaras. Now, mental intentions and thoughts are very important for the development of human life. The effect of our thoughts is on the deeds we do. As per our thoughts, we do the actions. And as per the works we do, the result comes automatically. So that result gives us either punya or papa. That is good or bad, and happiness or sorrow to us, to our well-wishers, and also to the entire society, to all human beings. So our thoughts must be purified first. We must have noble thoughts. Even our Veda says, let all the noble thoughts come to us from all directions. Veda mantras are there in Vedas. So, for the physical, mental, and spiritual purification, it is very essential for us to observe all the Shodasa Samskaras, which are very auspicious for the development of the unborn baby, the baby born, and of course, throughout the life. In addition to purifying the baby, these rituals, because they are being performed as a festival, the joy also, the happiness and joy, a sort of festival atmosphere prevails in the houses, and all relatives will be very happy, and they become mutually understanding, because they meet on certain occasions every time and share their happiness. The close relativity would be increased. So the greatness of these rituals is to unite all Hindus of Ase to Himachala. So all these samskaras must be practiced by people born on any part of our pious motherland. These samskaras destroy the evil in men, inflict super qualities, good qualities, and make them meritorious and noble people, befitting to get moksha, liberation, final aim. So let all of us learn briefly or a little, though not very longly. We can learn these Shodasa Samskaras as per the time. So besides these Shodasa Samskaras, there are so many other sacraments are there, Samskaras. They say, the Maharshis say that Panchamaha Yajnas, they are also called as Panchamaha Runas. They are called as samskaras. Then Sapta Soma samskaras are there. Sapta Havir Yajna samskaras are there. Sapta Paka Yajna samskaras are there. All these are called as samskaras. That is why 40 or 48 have come. In Apastamba Gruhya Sutras, Sri Haradattacharya commented that Shodasa samskaras are called as Paka Yajna samskaras. The 16 we are going to learn now, they are called as Paka Yajna Samskaras. He also said that Paka Yajna means prashasta, excellent, very great. It is said thus in Harita Smruti that Samskaraha Dvivithaka Brahmaha Tathacha Haritaka. Dvivitho hi samskaro bhavati brahmo daivascha Paka Yajnaha Somayagadayaha Daiva Samskaraha Garbhadhanadayaha Brahma Samskaraha. Thus, they have bifurcated them. The following are the Shodasa Samskaras which we are going to learn now. Garbhadhana, Pumsavana, Simanta, which are done before the birth of the baby to the mother. Then that is performed by her and his parents. Then Jatakarma, Namakarana, Nishkramana, Annaprasana, Chudakarma, Karnaveda, Aksharabhyasa, Upanayana would be performed by the parents of the child born after birth. Then Samavartana or Snataka Samskara would be done by the Acharya. Keshanta Samskara, if the boy is at the Gurukula, then the parents also come there and they perform this Keshanta Samskara under the guidance of Acharya. If the persons, if the people, they do not go to Gurukulas and stay at homes and learn by the teachings of their own parents, then parents do this. Then Balika Rajaswala Samskara would be performed by parents, especially mother. Then Veda Vratas or Brahma Yajna Samskaras performed by Acharya, Guru. Then Vivaha Samskara by parents. Then Antyeshti Samskara by his elder son, followed by brothers, all the sons. Then Garbhadhana Samskara, the first one. This is the first ritual among Shodasa Samskaras. After the marriage is celebrated, mostly on the fourth day night, the parents of both bride and bridegroom will get it done to the newly wedded couple. In the olden days, because they used to perform the marriage when the children are not so much grown, then they used to wait for so many years or months or something, and they keep a very auspicious muhurta when both of them get matured and become eligible to lead family life. Then they used to do this, but because nowadays they are late marriages, or they after the marriage on the fourth day itself they are doing. Then this can be called as the conception ceremony. This would be done only once in the life. This Garbhadhana Samskara only for the first pregnancy. It would be that is just after the, not even for first pregnancy, just after the marriage. For the first time, they perform this with Veda mantras and all. Then onwards, never in life. So actually, why people get married is only to get children. Santaye, Prajaye, Gurhamethinam, says Kalidasa in Rakunsa. So Prajaye, Praja means Santana, progeny. We have to get married in order to get virtuous and responsible children to keep up the dynasty, pay off the oblations, runas, Pitru runa, Deva runa, Rishi runa, etc. Then after also to follow and complete the works of the father, which he starts and could not complete, they should be completed by the children. So worthy children should be born. And also when they leave the body, the parents, Antyeshti should be done. So all these are the reasons for getting the children. So when the son is born to any person, the Pitru Devatas, they become very happy because the line is not stopped. It would continue and they can get the water or something, eatables and everything, because whatever is offered on that Tat Dinas by these people, they would be given to 3 generations people, father, grandfather and great-grandfather. So the ritual done to purify the womb of the mother, allowing a good living being, Jiva, to enter and grow in such a fertile form is called as Garbha Adhana Samskara, sacrament of purifying the womb with most powerful mantras. The union of wife and husband to give birth to a child is described in Taittiriya Upanishad as Maha Samhita. Even that is considered as a vrata and not physical enjoyment. One of the 5 Maha Samhitas is Adhiprajam, Mata Purva Rupam, Pita Uttara Rupam, Praja Santhihi, Prajananagum Santhanam iti Adhiprajam. This is the mantra given there. So in our tradition, Veda Samskruti, even this Santanotpatti is treated as a yajna. Ours is Yajna Samskruti, we say, and we are the worshippers of fire god through Yajna. So as great and pious as that of doing a good sacrifice, giving birth to the children. So it is an integral part of our Vedic life. When the minds and feelings of wife and husband come together, when both are very happy and both of them are willing, then their union gives birth to a very healthy and virtuous children. Otherwise, it may happen as it occurred in case of Dhritarashtra, in case of the births of Dhritarashtra and Panduraja. Amba closed her eyes on seeing Sri Vedavyasa Maharshi, who came to give her a son, and so she got a blind son. By birth, Dhritarashtra is blind because she closed her eyes. Then Ambalika shivered with fear on seeing Sri Vedavyasa Bhagavan. So she gave birth to Panduraja, that is with Pandu Roga, we say, that is a sort of disease. And that servant maid of Amba received this Vedavyasa Bhagavan as if it is the great fortune of her to get a son through such a great Maharshi. She served him with utmost devotion. So she gave birth to Vidura, the most virtuous and pious, knowledgeable person. So who is an embodiment of dharma, we can say. So he is a part of Yamadharma Raja. So when both spouses are, that is wife and husband, are in love with each other and have very high ambitions, then they will get very good children. The priest, with the chanting of holy mantras, purifies and makes the couple purify, this wife and husband, both of them, and blesses them to get Sat Santana. Then mostly the purification is, of course, to the girl only, Vatu, more than the Vara. So the parents also bless the children to get worthy children. So with love in their heart, they bless them with good, to be with good children and prosperity and happy life. So in our Samskruti, that is in our culture, in our Sanatana Dharma, one should get married only for getting children and thereby to become free from the Pitru Runa mostly. Then that is the union of wife and husband is treated as the most pious, a sort of yajna, sacrifice. Then second is Pumsavana Samskara. This is the second samskara. This is performed only for the first pregnancy, first progeny. That is for the first time when the girl conceives. This samskara is done by which the Garbhastha Pinda, that fetus, turns into a male child. So this ritual should be performed during the first 10 days of the third month. So because when the third month is completed and fourth month starts, the limbs start to develop automatically, male or female would be decided by that development. So before that, at that time only, this Pumsavana should be done, by which the boy would be born. Why they do this Pumsavana? To make the child a male child, because though male and female, the boy girl or baby girl, both are very much liked by the parents, and whomever Paramatma gives as our children, they are all most liked by us. By girl also, 21 generations would be getting liberated. Even then, they always wish that the first child should be a son, because it is the duty of the, already we have spoken, due to 3 reasons they wish the male child. I already gave all the 3 to you. So for the sake of its protection, also for the sake of that protection of the womb, the fetus also, this Pumsavana sacrament is performed. Now on this occasion, on any auspicious day during those 10 days after third month, the couple should perform the yajna, a sort of ritual through Putrakameshti mantras mentioned in Atharvana Veda. Then the husband pleases his wife by giving fruits, flowers, and gifts to her, which make her mind become very happy. So together the couple decide to behave in the way by which the poetess would be protected. The couple keep fasting all the day, that auspicious day, since morning to night, till night. And during night, they squeeze the germinated banyan seeds, and that juice would be would be put in the nostrils of that girl, the pregnant girl. A few drops should be put there as the medicine. When the pregnant lady is lying on the cot or somewhere, the drop should be put on her, into her nose, chanting the mantras. The mantra Shakti is more powerful than this physical one. This physical everything works properly by chanting of mantras, the powerful mantras. The scriptures say that by doing this, a son would be born who would be very healthy and strong. They mix the fruits of banyan tree, marichittu as we say, banyan tree means, with black grams, that is minumulu as we say, and barley, yavalu, barley we know, and make her see the smell. All these three together would be put uh, together, and the girl has to smell it. She should smell it deeply and take inside. Later, the mother cooks all these three together, that is with black grams and barley powder, and then all these, and that should be given to that pregnant girl, and she has to eat it. By eating that, the power to protect the fetus increases, and the embryo will grow very healthy properly. The living being born with best gross body, then subtle body, and then causal body also. We got three bodies. Then Stula, Sukshma, and Karana, Shariras, we say. So when all these three are in a very sacred condition and perfect, then that jiva can try for getting liberation, mukti. So that becomes this upadhi, then becomes a sadhana, mukti sadhana. It must be realized that all these rituals will guide a person towards the direction of happy life here on this earth, and get the higher resins or even salvation. Then the third samskara is Srimantamu or Simantonayanamu. We say Simantamu or Srimantamu, both are correct. We can say any of these. This rite is a ceremony in which the parents of the pregnant girl come to her in-laws' house during 5th month or 7th month, or even on 9th month also of the pregnancy. They perform the ritual Simantam and take their daughter along with them to their house for the delivery, happy delivery, because the girl, because she is born in that family, brought up till that time, so she would be very comfortable under the care of her mother and parents. In connection with this sacrament on any auspicious day, the couple should take the holy head bath, Apyangana Snana, we say, applying oil, and then worship it. After taking this Apyangana Snana, should wear new clothes and worship the family deities, Vamsha Devatas, Kula Devatas, then Ishta Devata, because Ishta Devata may be different from Kula Devata, sometimes the same. The husband should look at his face in a vessel filled with pure ghee or even water, and ask his wife that what she is seeing. So in the water or in the ghee, automatically his face would be reflected. But he must ask his wife what she is doing. Then she sees into that, seeing the reflection of her own husband's face. She should reply that she is looking at their offspring, at their santana, because Atmavai Putra Namasi. It is understood that the father is taking birth in the form of the son or daughter. So on that day, the husband himself should comb the hair of the wife, parting of the hair from the forehead. Papita we say. From here we part the hair into two parts. This is called as the path which leads to the Sahasrara Chakra. This is the path. We call it as Papidi, the mother. So the pregnant wife will be enjoying the Simantonaina festival done to her, because everybody will take care of her and husband takes care of her specially. And that husband should part the hair, comb the hair, and then decorate. He should make it into coils. That is jada, as we say. So when the hair is made into coils, jada by himself, he should decorate her jada, her hair with flower garland. He should comb her hair with the thorn of the hedgehog. We say mullapandi. So mullapandi kommu, and draw with that thorn. Thorn means mullu, as we say. With the thorn, a straight line from the navel of that wife. From the navel means, you understand, the boddu, as we say. From the navel, he must take that completely from the body. It should be completely taken, scratched sort of, with the thorn to up to Sahasrara, starting from the navel part. Throughout the body, he must take like this till that Sahasrara, and there he has to stop. Doing so will stimulate her nervous system nicely and specially, because the touch of this hedgehog got a sort of spiritual power. It got. And also Vaijnanika para, Vidya, that is Vaidya Vithana, we say the medicinal treatment, a sort of that effect would be given to the body by the touch of that, this part only, not everywhere. So doing so will stimulate her nervous system very nicely, and also it makes it easier for the baby to be born normally, normal delivery without the necessity of cesarean or something, these operations. This is one of the most important rituals performed for pregnant women. On that auspicious day, the husband advises that is, gives Upadesha, we say, preaches the Ishtadevata mantra, Gauri mantra, normally to his wife, Mantropadesha, as we say. So would be given normally at the time of marriage. The priest gives her Gauri mantra without any bijaksharas, and the girl, the bride, she worshipped that Gauri puja would be done. So that Gauri puja she must do with the bijaksharas when given by her husband at this pregnancy time. So for the first time. So then onwards, till her life, throughout her life, she has to do the japa of Gauri mantra with bijaksharas, which would give spiritual power to her and give long life to her husband, and which blesses her children to be very healthy and healthy. So this sort of this samskara gives the child also a mental refinement, we can say. So while still in the womb of the mother, by these samskaras, even that unborn baby, that child, the embryo, the jiva would be refined. So this ritual is performed for the health and well-being of mother and for longevity of the unborn child. So it is essential for the mother to be physically and mentally very healthy and happy. So when she is very healthy, the baby would be healthy. When she is very happy, peaceful, then that calm and happiness would reflect on the mind of the baby in the stomach. So this Simanta Unnayana would be performed as a social festival also, and gives happiness to the mother, the pregnant girl. So it is considered as a very important among all these three prenatal samskaras. the mother, mother-in-law, sister, sister-in-laws, nieces, friends, all relatives, ladies, mahilas, they make her sit in a chair comfortably, then put kunkuma on her forehead, smear her feet with turmeric, then keep parani, we say, laksha, drava, they used to say in the olden days. Then apply sandalwood paste to the neck, that is, decorate her by all beautiful fragrances. Then put flower garland on her head, and they put bangles. So many number of bangles are there, either 19, 21, like that. And one bangle extra should be to the right hand, always either 19 or 21, 23, 24, like that. So when 19 means 20 to right hand, 19 to left hand, or 21 to right hand, 20 to left hand, like that. So one bangle extra. These bangles stimulate the nervous system, and thereby the delivery becomes very easy, normal delivery. Then her mother, the girl's mother, fills her lap with fruits, flowers, sweets, and also odibiyamu, we say, the rice. She pours certain quantity of rice, a sort of measurement is there. Either kilom pavu, we say, 1 kg, then 1/4 kg, or 5 handfuls, or with small glasses 5 times, anything 5. So she also keeps all these fruits, flavors, and all, and along with vadibiyamu. Vadibiyam means rice and green gram. Pesalu, we say. Why pesalu only green grams, beets? Because they keep the womb very cool. Chaluva, we say. So for that, and also the mother keeps chalimidi, we say, that is a sort of item prepared with rice flour mixed with jaggery. In a very beautiful manner, they prepare this. We prepare this chalimidi and keep it on her lap. A big piece and a small piece, 2 should be kept. This chalimidi is made with rice flour mixed with jaggery and ghee also. We keep ghee. Then the baby, these ladies, all the ladies, they give harati to her, this pregnant girl. So, and at the end of the harati, automatically they bless. If any priest comes, even the Brahmins, priest bless her, then all these, first mother and then mother-in-law and all other near relatives, ladies, they first bless this girl after giving harati, then the father, father-in-law, then husband, and all other male persons, elders, whoever come there, all of them also, they sprinkle the akshatas on her forehead and bless her to give birth to a very healthy baby, boy, son, or any child. So akshata, akshintalu, as we say, they are made with the mixture of rice with turmeric and a little kunkuma and a very little ghee, cow ghee. So rice are favorable grains to moon. So by this the moon becomes pleased, and moon is manakarakaha. So her mind would be very cool and pleasant. Then she becomes very happy with this. Then turmeric and kunkuma, pasupu, kunkuma, as we say, these two are mangalya dravyas, very auspicious objects. They give auspiciousness to the entire family, not only to that girl. The unborn child would be born with the qualities of elegancy, beauty, health, and virtues, and with long life. So these 3 rituals, Garbhadhana, Pumsavana, and Simanta, are performed before the birth of a child for the health and longevity of the mother, father, and the baby to be born by the parents of both of them. Out of these 3, Simanta is considered as the most important one. Now, Jata Karma Samskara. Jata Karma is a word made with the combination of Jata and Karma, 2 words together. Jata means born. Jata is jana, ja, to take birth. Taprachaya is added to the root ja, to take birth. So jata, this ta prachaya gives the meaning of past tense. Jata means born. Karma means action, kuru to do. Then karma is formed from that root kuru to do. So to take birth is the jana, means to take birth. The word jata is born. So jata karma is the first ritual done to the child after its birth, but just a little before the birth and then after the birth. So it is the first ritual which brings the newly born child in contact with human life. No, it is performed to reduce the risk of swallowing that amniotic fluids, waters, liquids. They say it is called as Ummaniru, we say in our Telugu. So the water in which the baby floats till she is born. So while in the womb. And to increase longevity, intellect, and luster of the child, we perform this Jata Karma Samskara. The rituals Pumsavana and Simanta are performed with the intention that the delivery should be normal and the baby should come out very easily. But sometimes the baby in the womb turns crosswise or puts intestines over the neck. Nowadays, the pregnant women are admitted in the hospitals and doctors and nurses are there. They take care of them and even equipments are there. But in the olden days, they used to know this just by holding the pulse of that girl, that pregnant lady. Then at that time, suppose they recognize that either the baby who is to be born has put that over his neck or intestine over his neck or turned now the legs are turned down and head upside. Normally the head should turn down. When it is in the opposite direction, that also would be known by the doctor just by the pulse. Then the father-in-law or the father, they used to, at that time, suppose this sort of situation arises, then when that girl who is about to deliver the baby would be in a room, Sutaka Gruha, they used to say in the olden days, then outside the door of that girl, either the father or father-in-law or both of them together, if they are the knowers of Veda, that is, they are Veda Pandits, then they used to recite certain Veda mantras, which got such a beautiful spiritual effect that just by listening to these mantras, the baby automatically, that thread would be brought out, just as it keeps it, it again comes out. Or the baby whose head is upside and legs are down, automatically the baby turns, the head comes down and legs upside. So the mantras got such wonderful spiritual power. So then automatically the delivery becomes very easy. Then also in the olden days, they used to say that suppose this sort of situation arises, then her husband should sit near her because she would be afraid a lot due to the pains also. Then he must try to loosen both the side bones, the bones of both the sides of the stomach. When pressed a little normally, doing a sort of little massage, touching gently, that should be loosened. So certain remedies also are given to face such situation. So the stem of the sunflower uh, plant, sunflower, we know this plant. Sunflower oil also nowadays we are using. So the sunflower plant should be grinded and it should be applied properly either by the mantrasani or mother or somebody. At that time, the husband also must go out. When they apply it, automatically they say the baby in the womb will come to normal position just by that. The grinded paste of the sunflower plant has got such herbal power. So the baby would be in normal position and comes out easily and delivery occurs normally. So normal delivery. Normally nurses, nowadays we call nurses, in the olden days we call mantrasanis, they help in this delivery. In those days, Shastra says that while the baby is coming out, when the head comes out and nose is seen, immediately that time should be noted down as the birth time of the child, because it takes a little more time to come out completely, the whole body. But when the head comes out, just by seeing the head, that time should not be noted. The head and nose should come out. So by seeing the nose of the baby exactly with the seconds, hours, minutes and seconds, that time should be noted as the birth time of the baby. Depending upon that, the Jataka Chakra of the baby would be performed, would be written by the astrologers, which indicates the whole life, how the baby's life would be. So as soon as the baby is born, immediately the navel cord is cut while the baby is in mother's womb. Then baby gets food through that navel cord only. Now that the baby is born, uh, there is no necessity of that cord, so they cut it. Then from that moment onwards, the baby and mother would be separate, though till that time they are connected through that navel cord. Now it is separated. Even then, that matru pantha would be pegu pantha, we say, that would survive till the death of both of them, in fact. So after the delivery, that umbilical cord, we say, which connects the mother to the baby, is cut and detached, and it protrudes, which slowly merges with the navel, and the navel becomes normal. Because even though it is cut, the navel would be a little, as if would be, we say, it would be seen as a bigger one. Slowly it goes inside when time is passing on. That umbilical cord has the power to reduce the future diseases, illnesses of the baby. So it is called as the ambulatory cord in medical terms. It is preserved in a silver tube or copper tube with a lid and made into an amulet. We used to say as tayattu. So that tayattu of either silver or copper would be tied to the waist of the baby, so that if at all in future any necessity comes, then immediately the doctors, Vaidyas, they used to take it out and give treatment to that baby. Nowadays, there are these umbilical cords are being preserved in a certain medical banks, charging nearly 50,000 to 80,000 or even 1 lakh also sometimes for preserving this. Then people are paying that much of amount. And then in fact, what our ancestors did is the correct method, because such a valuable cord should readily be kept with us, available. If they keep it anywhere at house, they may forget. So it should be till the baby gets 12 years, mostly, or even up to 16 years. After that, the effect would not be there. So till that time, it would be raksha, we say, protection, that amulet from all the necessities. So from the moment the baby's navel cord is cut, the jata ashaucha, impurity of the birth, occurs to the parents. That lasts for 10 days. On the 11th day, auspicious bath, Mangala Snana, would be given to the baby and the mother also, which is called as Puriti Snanam. Then before the commencement of Jata Ashaucha, before the birth of the child, intending the welfare of the baby and the development of the dynasty, the father should give either Dashadanas or Shodasadanas to the Vardi people, should give Godana and also Dhanadhanyas, etc. for the livelihood of Sad Brahmanas and seek their blessings. When Sri Krishna Paramatma was born, then Vasudevan, seeing the face of that wonderful child, got horripilated, and with immense happiness, at that time, because he could not do Sachela Snana, along with the cloths, he must take bath when the father listens the happy news of getting the son. But because he was at the jail at that time, so he Manasika Snana he did mentally. So in the tears of joy, he dipped deep and mentally donated 10,000 cows to Brahmins and thought that he would donate all these cows, 10,000 cows physically, when he would be released from those bondages of the jail. At Repalle, when Nanda Maharaja heard that he got a son, a child, immediately he took holy bath with the same dress, Sachela Snana, and then he became purified, wearing new pure silk cloths. He did Swasti Punyaha Vachana, and then he decorated 2 lakhs of cows, milky cows along with the calves, and donated all of them to the worthy Brahmins. Shastra says as soon as the father hears about the birth of a child, should immediately do Sachela Snana. Putre jate pitu snanam sachelastu vidhiyate yavanna bhidyate nalam tavan napnoti sutakam. Chinne nale tata paschat sutakastu vidhiyate. Apastamba Gruhya Sutra say that as soon as the son is born, the father can see the face of the son, no defect. Even though a little Jataka doshas may be there, but he can see. By seeing the face of the son, he would be relieved from the Pitru Runa. Then the ancestors and forefathers become very happy. Jata matre tu kumarasya mukhamapi avalaukayet. Runad vimuchyate pita putrasya mukha darshanat. It is the duty of the mother and father to see the child is born safely with sound health and without any defects. The Jatakarma should be performed in order to see that any balagrahas do not overpower the child. That is to prevent the child from getting infected with planetary problems. Elders speak about 12 kinds of Narakabhathas. The jiva to stay in the mother's womb is one of them. It is said that it would be very bad. Jatakarma is the first Vedic rite performed when the baby is just about to born and just after the birth of the child. When the embryo stays in mother's womb, what all defects occur to the baby on account of swallowing that water, ruminary, etc., are to be removed, and auspiciousness should come to the child and parents also. So they perform this Jata Karma. Garbhanivasa dosha nivaranartham, dushtagraha pida nivaranartham, shishu medho vrityartham, ayur arogya siddhyartham Jata Karma karishyami. So with this sankalpa, father keeps the child on his lap and performs the Jata Karma, which is Jata Ashaucha, which is called as Jata Karma. Then Jata Ashaucha exists for 10 days. Then on the 11th day, after Mangala Snana, wearing the new clothes according to the scriptures, the leaves of neem tree and Vavilala tree, they got the power of removing the Vata Tattva of the body. So at the time of Puriti Snana, the mother makes her daughter take bath with such leaves put in the hot water. So boiled, these leaves should be boiled thoroughly, and in that hot water, cool water can be mixed so that the water's normal heat would be there, which is comfortable for taking bath. So she is called as Balintaralu after this birth of the baby occurs. So that is a woman in childhood. So this Balintaralu and that baby also, for them special bath would be given with applying the oil. Then Nalugupindi, we say, that is with a sort of paste of a powder. They rub the whole body, all parts of the body, so that the defect would go away, the pains of the body would go away, and the body shines lustrous. So after this Abhyangana Mangala Snana, the smoke of the Sambrani and Gugilam, we say, that should be applied to the hair of hair and bodies also, especially to the hair of both the baby and the mother also. They should wear new clothes. Then first they should give such a holy bath to the baby first, and then the baby should be kept in a chata, we say, a new chata, putting a smooth sari in that so that it would be comfortable to the baby. made with palm tree leaves. Chata means whether veduru we say. So for some other leaves also, of course, which are used in those days for cleaning the all these things. So the mother's bath is over, the baby would take till the mother's bath is over. The baby should be taken by somebody. They should not leave the baby even for a fraction of second. On that 11th day onwards, they can wear stretched cloths to the baby. Then collyrium can be applied to the eyes and also the bindu, bottu, chadu. We say particularly we prepare black bottu as we say, that should be applied to the forehead, on the forehead and cheek of the baby. Right cheek for boys and left cheek for girls always. So that would be prepared with rice powder with a particular technique and then with cow ghee always. So this Bugga Chukka, as we say, prevents the Drishti dosha also. So if there is any defect in the birth star of the child, the father should see the reflection of the face of the child in a bowl filled with sesame oil, nuvula nune. We say after this process, the mother and father should sit on wooden planks, peetalu, as we say, keeping the baby in their lap and worship Ganapati, do Ganapati Puja, Kuladevata Puja, Ishtadevata Puja with Shodasopacharas. Then Pitru Devatas should be invoked and worshipped. Then after that, Madhuparka is always needed. Honey, sugar, cow milk, etc. would be given to the baby for the first time with a silver or keeping that in a silver or golden bowl, and with a little quantity of cow ghee is always mixed with honey, should be prepared at this time. And the father first and then mother and parents and elders, they dip a ring, gold ring without stones, dip it, and 3 times they should touch the lips of the baby or the tongue of the baby 3 times. This helps the baby to develop intelligence and luster. Ayur Kritam we say. Then Kritena Varthate Buddhihi also we say. The father should do Yajna Kanda also under the guidance of his family priest automatically. So all things should be, Ahuti should be offered to all the gods and Pitru Devatas and seek their blessings. And people whoever come there, the relatives and all, even they bless the parents and the newly born baby also. And after all this process is over, they should give tambulam with puri dakshina to the priest, the Brahmagaru, who made them perform this. Then that priest blesses both the child and the parents with the mantras Shatamanam Bhavati Shatayu Purushaha Setendriyaha Ayush Evendriye Prititishthati. Then after this, the parents bless them, and all the people whoever come there, they also bless them to be healthy and hale. So on Jyeshta Nakshatra or on Aslesha Nakshatra or any some other such stars, if the baby is born, then the parents of both girl and boy, that is this mother and father, they should do, the grandparents must do Shanti Homas and Gundala Shanti we say. And they have to do Shanti Nakshatra Japa, Shanti Puja, Shanti Karmas, and Puri, Dakshinas, Danas should be given. And many people should be provided with very delicious food, tasty and healthy food. Then all of them should bless the parents and the child. So this is the way of, that is Annadana. Annadana is greatest dana among all the danas. Because once when the stomach is full, they say, enough, I'm satisfied. So that satisfaction should be given to many people, and they must bless the people, child or parents or somebody. So this is very effective Jata Karma, which removes all the defects of the baby and brings happiness to both the child and the parents also. So now here we will stop for today, and tomorrow we will start with Namakarana Samskara, which is very important and holy sacrament. Swasti.
ధన్యవాదములండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. నౌ విల్ గో ఫర్ ప్రార్థన.
ఎస్.
ఉషారాణి గారు కొద్దిగా అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి ప్లీజ్.
స్వస్తి ప్రజాభ్య పరిపాలయంతాం న్యాయేన మార్గేణ మహీం మహీషాః గో బ్రాహ్మణేభ్యః శుభమస్తు నిత్యం లోకా సమస్తాః సుఖినో భవంతు కాలే వర్షతు పర్జన్యః పృథివీ సస్యశాలినీ దేశోऽयं క్షోభరహితో బ్రాహ్మణాः సంతు నిర్భయాः అపుత్రాः పుత్రిణः సంతు పుత్రిణः సంతు పౌత్రిణः అదనాः సదనాः సంతు జీవంతు శరదాం శతం సత్యం వద ధర్మం చర స్వాధ్యాయాన్మా ప్రమదః సర్వే భవంతు సుఖినః సర్వే సంతు నిరామయాః సర్వే భద్రాణి పశ్యంతు మా కశ్చిత్ దుఃఖభాగ్ భవేత్. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. ఓం పూర్ణమదః పూర్ణమిదం పూర్ణాత్ పూర్ణముదచ్యతే పూర్ణస్య పూర్ణమాదాయ పూర్ణమేవావశిష్యతే. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. సర్వే జనా సుఖినో భవంతు. స్వస్తి.
ధన్యవాదములండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. నౌ విల్ గో ఫర్ నేషనల్ యాంథమ్. చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు ప్లీజ్.
जनगण अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय
జై హింద్. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Now we'll go for question answer session. If somebody has any doubts in this particular session, only the topic covered today. Okay, శారద గారు.
నమస్కారం మేడం. ఒక్కటే డౌట్ అండి. ఇప్పుడు యాక్చువల్లీ ఎగ్ ఫామ్ అయినప్పుడే అది ఫీమేల్ బేబీనా మేల్ బేబీనా అని డిసైడ్ అవుతుంది. మరి అట్లాంటప్పుడు ఈ సంస్కారం తోటి 3rd month లోపల ఎట్లా చేంజ్ అవుతుంది?
చేంజ్ అవుతుందమ్మా, వేద మంత్రాలతో అవుతుంది కనుకే మహర్షులు చెప్పారు. ఇన్ ద ఓల్డెన్ డేస్ దే యూస్ టు డూ దిస్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ దే డెలివర్డ్ ఓన్లీ మేల్ బేబీ. It is there, so many proofs are there. The mantra, the spell, mantras got such power to change that. Anything is possible with the chanting of Veda mantras. కానీ 3 నెలల తర్వాత జరగదు అని కూడా వాళ్ళు చెప్పారు. ఎందుకంటే అప్పటికి కొంచెం ఎక్కువ గ్రోత్ ఉంటుంది కదా. 3rd month 10 days లోపల అయితేనే దానికి ఒకవేళ మేలుగా ఫీమేల్ అయినా మేల్ గా మారిపోతుంది. ఫీమేల్ అవ్వదు కదా అప్పటికి, ఇంకా ఫుల్గా లిమ్స్ ఫార్మ్ అవ్వవు. బట్ దట్ మే బి ఇన్ దట్ స్టేజ్, ఈవెన్ దెన్ దట్ గెట్స్ చేంజెస్ అండ్ ఆటోమేటికల్లీ వెన్ దిస్ పుంసవన ఈస్ డన్, definitely male child would be done. That should be done only for the first time, first pregnancy only, not at any later stage, at any time. ఒక్క మొదటి దానికే అట్లా చెయ్యాలి. మగపిల్లవాడు అబ్బాయి పుట్టాలని, తర్వాత చెయ్యరు.
ఓకే. తర్వాత ఇంకోటి మీరు చెప్పింది అంబిలికల్ కార్డ్, ఇప్పుడు స్టెమ్ సెల్ థెరపీ అని చెప్పి ఈవెన్ 30-40 years వరకు కూడా రిజర్వ్ చేసి పెడుతున్నారు మేడం స్టెమ్ సెల్ థెరపీ కోసం.
అవునమ్మా.
Kindly talk in English, please, for the benefit of all others.
Who cannot understand Telugu, they can understand if we talk in English.
Right,
Okay?
right. Thank you.
Correct.
Okay, Lakshmi garu. Lakshmi Kanapur garu.
నమస్కారం గురుగారు ఒక చిన్న డౌట్ అండి
Ah,
I have got a small doubt like you were saying that madhuparka you said it is a mixture of honey and something no but what is I want to know the difference between madhuparka and panchamritam. What is the difference?
Panchamritam means 5 would be there. You know, Panchamritams which we prepare at the time of work. Madhuparka would be given even at the time of marriages also. And we consider these certain different white cloths as Madhuparkas. They are different. And Madhuparkam, which would be given to the newly born baby child at Jatakarma time, and also at the time of Upanayana also they give. And at the time of marriage also they give. This Madhuparka is cow milk, Desiya cow, our Kamadhenu cow. The cow milk a little, then honey with cow ghee. Only these 3 mixed is as this Madhuparka. And then at the time of marriage, of course, in this Madhuparka, we add dathi, that is the curd also. The curd, cow milk, cow curd, and then cow ghee, honey. And sometimes we may mix sugar also, then that becomes complete Madhuparka, which we offer to gods. Anything. But is honey, cow ghee, cow milk are essential. These 3 together is called as Madhuparka. Then cow, at the time of this for baby, Jatakarma, we will not mix this dathi because that is not good for health at that stage. So only these 3 is mixed together is called as Madhuparka.
Okay, I was just getting confused between madhuparka and panchamritam because in that, as you said, we add dadhi. Okay.
Panchamrita means all these are called as amrutas because they got that immortal power in them. Ayurveda Kritam, they say like that. So Pancha means 5 because 5 are there, that is called as Panchamrita.
Okay. Then can we add sugar in that? But sugar is not considered a sacred.
Sugar means kalakanda, as we say, patiki bellamu. That should be added, grinded in a little small pieces, and that should be not this sugar which we use for coffee or something here. That is not auspicious. But kalakanda, we say patiki bellamu, it's very holy, worthy to be offered to gods. So that should be added there, the powder of that.
But in pujas also we say, no, madhuparakam samarpayami. That means, is it a...
Yeah, this is the Madhuparka. Panchamrutas, we separately each, all 5 we offer, all 5 together as Panchamrita also we offer to gods, and we do Panchamrita Abhisheka Snana to gods.
Okay.
Yes.
Madhuparka is only to offer like a eatable.
And also Madhuparkas we say at the time of marriage, they are the holy cloths.
That's all.
Only for marriage, at the time of marriage only those are to be offered and then wear. And of course those clothes, the girl and boy, they can wear for 1 year, and before 1 year they should wear it. When the baby is born, that Madhuparka should be kept in that cradle, and then the baby should be kept there. That is very holy and auspicious.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
So after
Sir.
Sir, nowadays we are donating the body to the hospitals or to the charities, something like that, for the purpose of this investigation or something like that. Is it acceptable, sir? Actually, as per Sanatana Dharma, is it acceptable?
From the point of view of according to our Sanatana Dharma, none of the part of the body, even though the person dies and leaves the body, that should never be taken out. The full body as it is should be done that Ancheshti Samskara. But from the point of view of humanity, nowadays many people are donating different body parts so that that would be helpful to those who are in need. From Manavata Drupatha, of course, that is very holy act, donating either eyes or heart or any kidneys or something.
No, okay, ma.
They are giving life to others. So
No, that-
from that point of view, it is great.
No, one more thing, Amma. But that samskaras, what we are doing, it is for Jivatma, not for the body, no?
Body also. All these Shodasa samskaras are meant for the physical body, then mental, manasika layer, that body, and also to the jiva, the jivudu which
No,
enters.
that is actually mainly for the jiva, no, not for the body.
Mainly for jiva, but even body would be.
Okay.
Is there physical, mental, and spiritual purification? All these three are there.
One more,
Especially
one
meant
more
for
small
jiva, of
question.
course. Mainly for jiva samskara, but these two also are there.
One more small question, Amma. This ear piercing, is it to the boy child or to the only to the girl child or boy child?
For both of them, when that comes, I will tell. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Some
Okay,
are doing at the
Kavitaji.
bottom, some are doing at the top, which is the correct.
I will tell at that time. You can,
Okay.
after listening, you can, if still doubts are there, you can ask at that time.
Okay.
Without
Kavitaji.
body, the jiva cannot do anything. The jiva has to get the body.
Okay.
Namaste, madam.
Kavitaji, Kavita.
Oh.
In the lecture, you have said about the Saptahavi, Saptapak Yajna, then Panchamahayajna. Can you elaborate it more?
If you want to have more details, you can go and study the Apastamba Gruhya Sutras. Books are available. So, because it takes a very long time to explain all these yajnas and all. So, if you read that, go through that book, all your doubts would be clarified.
Okay.
Umaji.
And
Those Panchamaha yajnas, these Pancharunas, everything we are going to know in detail in our course later on, at later stage.
Okay, Umaji.
Madam, in the Shodasa Samskaras, you told Chaula Samskaram as 8th point. And in 7th point, Upanayana. In Upanayana also, we perform Chaula Samskaram. What is the difference?
Actually, at Chaula Samskara, as per the age we must do, the parents do. Even then, at the time of Upanayana, all the samskaras done till that time, all 10 samskaras, they would be done by the priest at the time of Upanayana before that mantropadesha. Why? Because the baby to whom the parents, grandparents, they do not know. So what all samskaras are done by the parents to the baby, the prenatal, of course, they won't do, and after, from Jatakarma onwards, till that 10th, till that Upanayana samskara, all these would be done to the baby as if not exactly literally in all the whole process. They will do simply to make the person, the boy, aware of all these samskaras, that all these are done to him at that time. And second reason is, sometimes they may or might not have done all these samskaras to the baby, maybe to several reasons. So unless all these samskaras are done to that the boy cannot become a vatu and upanayana cannot be done. So they purify once again the body, the mind, and the jiva of that person vatu. So they do all these, whether we did in the beginning or not, they have to be done at that time.
Okay, Lakshmi. Lakshmi ji. Unmute yourself.
Madam, you mentioned about there are some stars which have dosha and you need to do shanti for that. What is the reason? I mean, is it for both boys and girls? And when should it be done?
at the time of Jatakarma itself. Suppose the boy is born in Jyeshta Nakshatra or Aslesha Nakshatra and Mula Nakshatra also. Some other stars are there which are a little defect, containing a little defect, but Jyeshta Nakshatra is the most powerful nakshatra which got powerful bad effect. So they say Gundala Santi should be done. Gundala Santi in the sense, in a very high level, nakshatra japa should, suppose the child is Jyeshta Putra and born with Jyeshta Nakshatra, this Shanti should be done by both the parents, grandmother and grandfather of maternal side and father side. All these four elders, they together must do this nakshatra japa, nama japa, and also navagraha japa, then navagraha homas, then this particular nakshatra homa should be done, and donations, danas, dasadana, shodadana should be done, and mostly, most important one is feeding with good food. They should satisfy as many people as possible, relatives, friends and all, and outsiders also whom we do not know, all neighbors, all whoever come there, as much as possible. If they eat satisfactorily and bless the child to be healthy and with long life, that would become a sort of boon to the baby.
That one, and also Ashalesha.
Ashalesha also. Aslesha is also a defective nakshatra only. Aslesha is for Attagari Gandam, we say, that is defective for the mother-in-law. When a girl born with Aslesha nakshatra, if married to the son, the mother's span of life is in danger, they say. So if a baby is born with Aslesha nakshatra, either boy or girl, then automatically that auntie, Attagaru, Attaya, Menatta, maybe on both the sides, would be in a little difficult condition. So to ward off, due to us, no harm should occur to anyone. So to pacify that and to nullify that defect, we do this sort of Shanti Homas, Nakshatra Japas, then Danas and all.
Okay.
Thank
One
you.
more, I think, last question. JVSM Lakshmi Garu.
Namaskaram. Just now you told that about according to the this thing Jyeshta Nakshatra, the Japam and all should be done. That can be done in how many, within how much of span? Immediately after birth of all these nakshatras, they have to be done immediately after birth or after even after some years.
Mostly, if possible, on the 11th day itself, at the time of Jata Karma, it is best to perform. If that is not possible, then on 21st day they can do. If even then it is not possible, at least Nakshatra Japa and Mantra Japa should be done, and Dana should be given to the Brahmins. Then later, on any day, on any auspicious day to the baby and the father mostly, and parents, or on any auspicious occasion also, they can do again this Nakshatra Japa, Shanti Homa, either during 3rd month or 5th month.
Okay.
And then this giving food to everyone, all human beings.
Anybody. Yes. Not only to the Brahmanas or somebody.
Need not. To any human beings, any person, say that neighbors or friends, relatives, known people, unknown people also, we can give.
Okay.
Dana.
Okay. Okay, good.
Thank you so much.
I think now, anybody else? I think this is getting repeated. Sharada Garu, quickly, if you want to ask.
Find out, madam, if the body is done post-mortem case in accidents or burning case, all the organs will be taken out from the body. Then is it helpful by doing Antyeshti?
That is inevitable. Our social conditions also are like that. So if any accident occurs or if any something unwanted event occurs, and if the body has to be post-mortem, we cannot help. We cannot say that as per our Shastra, it is not needed. So you please hand over. If they oblige, it is well and good. But they have to do, when any certain conditions are prepared by the society for the well-being of the society, we have to oblige. There is no other way. In whatever manner it is done, whatever are handed over, we mentally, they should feel that all the body parts which are given by Paramatma at the time of the birth of that particular body, that boy or that person, male or female, they are all are there existed. They are all existing. So with that feeling, if they do this Antyeshti karma, then the fruit also comes, because Manasika Bhavana is more essential than physical thing for anything.
Okay, ma'am. And one more, Vishaka star, is there any graha nakshatra dosha?
Any nakshatra dosha for?
Vishaka.
Huh?
Vishaka.
Vishaka.
Vishaka, yes, even Vishaka nakshatra, that is not fully defective, but a little. A small doshas also, this Jyeshta nakshatra is more defective. Second one is Aslesha. So we mention mostly only two of them. But there are certain other stars which got partial defect.
Okay.
అలా గాలి రావట్లేదు ఆరేసి.
ఓకే. జేవిఎస్ లక్ష్మి గారు, మీరు అన్మ్యూట్ చేసి మాట్లాడుతున్నారు.
సారీ
ఓకే,
సారీ.
అయిపోయిందండి శారద గారు.
Finished, sir. Thank you.
ఓకే, షల్ వి క్లోజ్ నౌ?
Yeah, I think we are.
Thank you all. Thank you, Guruji, Visalakshi garu.
Thank
Thank you so much. Tomorrow we'll meet again.
Yes.
Thank you so much.